Hey guys, what's going on? This is another Airsoft Dude 1 video review of the KJ Works M700. As you can see, I have this gun set up in a very long platform for very accurate shots. And I'll go into the different details of which I have installed inside of this gun, the scope, and all of the many things that are in it and on it, and that I use with this gun. Now, as you can see, I have a very large scope and a suppressor on it. The suppressor is an AMP tactical tracer unit, but I have the tip removed on it, so it does act as a sound amplifier. Without this, this gun is very quiet. If you're standing right next to it when it's fired, you probably won't hear it. Now, looking down the scope, if you can see, you really can't, but it is a very nice scope, and I will go into details about that later. Starting off from the rear, you've got a rubber butt pad that says KJ Works on it. It is a rubber butt pad, and it is rubberized, so you can see that it is soft, and I guess you could say malleable, and you can see that kind of some of it rubbed off on my finger, and that was probably the paint. But as you can see, it is in fact texturized. The stock, the gray part down here, the stock is texturized, and it's texturized very nicely. It, as you can see, there's kind of wrinkles on it. It does come in a kind of a black or kind of low gray, but the guy I got this from did paint it, and I got it for a very good deal, so I do not have a problem with it, and actually I kind of like it. So now moving up, oh, there's a squirrel. Only if I had BBs. Moving up, this is a adjustable feet per second bolt. Now, I will show you in a different video how to adjust it, but I should be able to show you how to remove the bolt. Under here, when you're looking at the bottom of the mag, or the trigger, or the top of the trigger guard, or the bottom of the gun, you press up, you see the trigger, you press straight up right here, and there, I don't know why it's getting really dark on my camera, but when you push straight up on that button, it releases the bolt catch, so you can pull the bolt out. You have to do it with both hands. I have my camera in my other hand, so it's kind of hard to do it. But if you do have a knife or something, like a card, if you see this silver part right here, you can also push down on that to pull your bolt out, and I may be able to show you that if I can get one of my cards out of my wallet. So, but I'll show you that in a minute. Now, the bolt can be dropped down here, so like with L96s, you don't have to worry about dropping a pin out of it. It'll still work. Moving up, I'm bending my bipod back on itself. Moving up, I'll show you the safety mechanism. So, since this is a gas sniper, you can cock it more than once, and you're going to shoot more BBs, which isn't really a good thing. Now, as you can see, I am using one finger to completely operate the bolt. Here, let me fire it. Now, that's all you hear if you don't have a sound amplifier on it. Now, let me show you just how smooth this is. It doesn't require any force to do that. And as you can see right there, the part that it's centered on, this little bump right here, if this is out, the gun is on fire. If it is in, like so, it's on safe. Now, here's your safety. If it's up top here, you don't have to worry about the, if it's fired, you can't engage the safety, so it doesn't really matter. So if this is forward, you can engage it. Now, if you cock it, you can engage the safety, like so. If it's down, it's safe. If it's up, it's not. But if you engage the safety, you can pull the trigger fully to the rear, so it removes the trigger element from working. So now you bring it up, and here you go. Very light trigger pull, very nice, very crisp, almost as good as a 1911. Or well, honestly, it's better than a 1911. And if you guys know me, you know I like crisp trigger pulls. Now, what I have here is I have two mags. I have the both of them are KJ Works. This one leaks, and I indicate that by I sharpied the valve, so I can tell that. So this one right here is my good mag. Now, to insert a magazine, you need to remove or pull the bolt to the rear, just like the real one. You've got my good mag. You insert the mag into the mag well, and it'll lock. Now you can see the brass gas lip, and right here's the BB lip. Now, to cock the gun, now here's what it sounds like with my sound amplifier on there. Sounds pretty nice. If I'm going for a sniper roll, I won't use that because it makes the gun louder, but if I'm just using it at Ukas or something, I'll use that. Nobody really cares, and there's no place to really snipe. Now watch how far I have to move the bolt back to engage it. This would be your equivalent to short stroking, I guess. Now here you can see the trigger pull. Very nice. Now moving up, you've got your hop up adjustment wheel right here. I believe this way makes the hop up go up, and this way makes it go down, but I'll check on that, and if that's wrong, I'll annotate on it. Now, this right here is my favorite scope. I mean, probably the best scope I've ever owned. Now, why I like it is because it's big. Sorry, I'm trying to get my ID card out of my wallet. Now let me do that real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I need to get that out so I can show you how to remove the bolt. Now, I like this scope so much because it's a 3:9 by 50 scope, as you can see right here. I believe it's a UTG. I'm not exactly sure. It does have the sunshade on it, the very large sunshade, which is removable by twisting it this way. Okay, as you can see. Now, this right here wheel is for yardage adjustment. This right here is for right and left adjustment. This way goes to the right. This way goes to the left, moves the crosshairs. This right here is for up and down. This direction is for up. And on this side, it's for lighting. It is a red and green, so it illuminates the crosshairs. You can't see that during the day, but if you're playing with this gun or with this sight at a night game, it is very useful. Now, the mount I have it on is a 3-mount dual mount, so it encloses both rings on one mount. And now this is missing one of these bolts, but these are very tight, so you don't have to worry about this. Now, to tighten this top rail, or the actual rail, there's a screw right there and a screw right there. Now, they don't come loose, but that's how you tighten it should it come loose. Now, this bit right here is to tighten how easy it is to pull your bolt back, or to as you can see, this streak right here, it pushes down on there so it doesn't get all floppy. Now, as you can see up here, this is the the Magnifications, which I keep on 3, which you really don't need much more for airsoft. 3 to 9, and that will increase your magnifications on the scope. Now back here, this is plus, this is minus for fine coarse adjustments right on the eyepiece. It's very nice. The eye relief on this is about right here, so you have a nice amount of eye relief. Now I'm going to show you how to remove the bolt with my broken ID card. Now, if you push on this metal piece right here with something thin, you should be able to and I'm not being able to here, but if you push on it, if you push on that straight down with a screwdriver, the bolt will be able to be removed, or if you can press the button in all the way, which is very hard, which I am not able to do right now. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So I'm going to put this on safe, or actually I'll just fire it, and then I'm going to move up on the gun. Now, right here, the difference between this gun and a Springer M700 is the magazine goes right here. On a Springer, the magazine goes right here. So, you know, you have that extended barrel length. Now, inside here, inside this gun, I have a Tanaka, what is it? A Tanaka M700 full-length barrel. It's like a 509, I want to say, so that it goes the full length of the barrel. Well, minus the suppressor, which I'll remove right now so you guys can hear the gun itself. Now listen. So as you can hear, it's very quiet. So as you move up, you have two eyelets right there that you can mount a bipod on, and there, or use for your sling mount, which you can use in one of those silver key rings. Now moving to the back here, you also have a another one for your sling. Now right here, what we have set up, this is very interesting setup here. This is a dual rail mount for a barrel, so you can mount your whatever to your barrel. It's it's a 2-segment Picatinny with only one division, so you can only put one thing on there, theoretically. Now the bolts go down to this bottom one, and this one right here that it's on there is a laser, which is the AMP Tactical pistol laser, which is really thin, but it doesn't work because it's dead, the battery, so I need to switch that out. Now, as you can see here, I have the bipod extended. Now, to remove the, or not to remove it, but to bring it back in, you just press down on this part, and then it should be able to drop. Now, I'll show you again. Now, you turn this wheel, and it won't be able, or, hold on, let me do it again. You turn the wheel to the other direction, and it locks it, so it'll stay. And if you pull it back, then you can do that. It doesn't lock in certain positions. It has to go all the way out, and you hear that satisfying click. Now you can, however, tighten it at whatever length you need it to go to, like that far, and then you just turn the dial and it comes back in. Now, as you can see, it's very much more low profile. And then moving up, you have your front sight. And the gun, when it comes new, it does come with a rear sight and a front sight, but you do have to mount this front sight. Now, something I would highly suggest is getting a threaded suppressor adapter. Now, the reason behind that is because if you look down there, you should be able to see the barrel, but you can't because of the lighting. But the barrel comes and it sits right on that ledge. Now, if you don't have this, the barrel just lays in there, and then if you've ever seen the Airsoft GI one, Tim will hit the barrel, and you can hear the barrel rattling around on the inside because it lays on the bottom of the inner barrel. So if you get this, you put the barrel in there and it straightens it out. So the gun is much more accurate and more reliable. Now, looking at the bipod itself again, you just bring it up and it's spring-loaded, so it does take some effort to get down there, but once you push out, here, let me show you, you push out, it springs out. So now I'm going to just do a little look over the gun again, and sorry for the long review here, but there will be many more updates to come for this. And just FYI, I do use the power green gas as of right now. I should be getting a propane adapter very soon. And this is the gun, man. It's a beautiful gun, and I have zero complaints about it. Let me show you what I shoot at. I shoot at the fence. Now, if you can see that tree all the way back there, I can hit that 9 times out of 10, and I'm talking about one of those branches right there. This gun easily has a 350-foot range plus, just depending on what parts you put in it and what the FPS you run it at. Thanks for watching, guys. More reviews will be coming out. I've decided to make an annual video on Tuesdays because that's my uniform day for ROTC, and as you can see, I'm wearing my ABUs. So if you haven't checked out my one with all my camis, go ahead and check that out. That was the last video I uploaded. I am now shooting in 1080p, so go ahead and switch all your videos to 1080p when you're watching mine. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'm out, guys.